People of the verse, hello and welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator, and in today's video we are going to talk about fixed weapons, and for that I am flying today a Gladius, which is a ship that comes by default with 3 size 3 guns, and we are going to see how effective they are with this new update in Star Citizen of 3.10. For those of you who have been Star Citizen for a while, you do know that fixed weapons kind of like were at a disadvantage compared to auto gimbal, to gimbal weapons, which basically had a mode that were assisting gimbals. So we are going to see now that they have been fixed, first how they are going to be fixed and if this fix is effective indeed or not. So, for the purpose of today's test, I decided to take some of the bounty hunting missions that are available around Hurston, and we're going to gradually increase the difficulty of our missions. First, we'll start with a little crime stat 1 here, so we're going to go neutralize the bounty. Now, you also have to be mindful that this is the PTU, so depending on whether or not the server is stable or not, the experience can vary, basically. So I used to be on the previous server before, and it was absolutely horrible. I could not even target. I was being shot out of nowhere, and then the server died in the 30k error, so that is definitely not ideal, but don't get discouraged. Eventually, if you jump into another server, things can work a little bit better. Targeting has changed, by the way. If I want to target this enemy, I have to press Alt 1 and then 1, and finally I get the target available. So it's a little bit complicated, but you know, it's still the PTU, so there's still plenty of time to give feedback. And so here we go. You can see I have my little indicator here at the center, and I have to make sure that I am targeting the pip as much as possible. And did you see how quickly it was here to dispose of that? What was that? That was a Buccaneer. A very quick work here indeed, and that was simply it. So that's one of the changes that was done here with fixed weapons in Star Citizen of 3.10. Fixed weapons kind of like this aim assist a little bit. There's a tiny aim. It's like if you're just around the pip of your enemy, then your weapons are going to center towards the pip, but that's only if you are this close to your enemy. This is a way to prevent, for example, your shots to be firing just a few centimeters away from the target, but not actually hitting the target. This is how it was in the past until by 3.9.2 that's how it is. And with fixed weapons, this can be very frustrating, and especially it can render time to kill to be pretty long and tedious. And a lot of people have been complaining about how basically you are trying to fight with pixels, you know, and this is something that the devs are trying to avoid as much as possible from happening. Oh, sorry about this. So we've got another contact here, pressing Alt 1 and then 1. Then we've got a target. This time it is a Consolidated Outline Mustang Delta that we are going to fight here. It has some missiles it's trying to fake me. You can see I'm trying to hit the pip here, and as soon as my cursor is in front of that pip and I'm firing, then I am definitely landing my shots. And of course we don't have the auto gimbal, so there's no magic circle in which I have to aim, but I do enjoy this very much. Now that firing with fixed weapons is more effective, I find it's much more rewarding here. And there's definitely a sense of being accurate that you don't really have when you are playing with gimbal weapons. I am enjoying this very much. Obviously, you don't really see that because you can't really see my face, nor my expressions. Because, oh, there you go, target destroyed, right? And I think that the time to kill with fixed weapons is about the same as what it would have done with auto aim, because the thing is that when you're using gimbal assist, you are not basically the hit rate is not of 100%. Even with aim assist, you're not hitting your target all the time. It definitely is helping, but aim assist is also designed in a way that it is not auto aim, you know, right? It's going to do the best job possible to hit your target, but it's not going to do it all the time. And here the point here is that, however, if with if you are using fixed weapons and you are being as accurate as you can, despite the limitations of the game, because they can still be a little bit of lag, for example, or some desync, or enemy ships are losing packets, which is one of the main issues of this specific patch of Star Citizen 3.10 PDU. Now, if these things happen, then the current, I would say, aim assist that you have with fixed weapons is fixing those little accuracy errors that could have been triggered not by your lack of skills, but by the server issues that are currently happening right now, and that will probably go on for many years to come until we finally have server meshing and iCache and all of the other server technologies that are supposed to come online in the future. Now, I've done a crime stat 1. The last mission that I took was a crime stat 2. The next mission that I'm going to take now is going to be a crime stat 3. And the reason why I'm taking a crime stat 3 mission is because I want to see now how viable it is with a Gladius, the Gladius that I'm using for this test. But I could be using, for example, I could be using an Avenger. I could be perfectly replacing, for example, the size 4 gimbaled nose weapon of the Avenger, replace it with a fixed size I could be replacing the size 3 nose gimbaled weapons of the Avenger and fixing it, replacing it with a fixed size 4 gun. That could be absolutely massive. Same with the other size 2 guns on the side. I could be replacing them with 2 size 3s, and I could have a ship even more dangerous and even deadlier than the Gladius that I have right here. This is something that I could very well be trying, for example. Anyway, looks like we have far more opponents here. We have at least 2 opponents that I have on my targets, and well, we've got definitely a Consolidated Outland. We've got a Cutlass as well, and probably a Buccaneer too. So we've got 3 ships here, and I have, unfortunately, I have to leave because, well, I'm definitely being targeted here. Also, when I'm far enough, gotta make sure that my shields are overclocked, because it's not really the case here. Big mistake on my side, guys. If you are fighting, especially with a stock ship, make sure that your shields are overclocked, because they're definitely not going to be the best shields that you're gonna have in the verse. All right, here we go. This time I'm gonna have to get some help here from those missiles, because this is a dire situation. 1 on 3, sending those missiles here at the same time to keep those ships busy. And while I am in range, I'm going to fire those fixed weapons. So that's also a big difference between auto gimbal and fixed guns, is that you are definitely wasting your ammo, especially if you have ballistic ammo. You are definitely wasting your ammo if you are not accurate here. Whereas with auto gimbal, just make sure your enemy is in a circle and do the auto gimbals, do the rest, right? This is not the case here, and I find the challenge far more exciting. This also makes great use of the brand new low speed combat strategy here that CIG wants to put. And there you go, target destroyed. There goes my bounty here. And we've got 2 more ships to get rid of. This looks like this is another Consolidated Outland Mustang Delta, so gonna have to put this in my pip as much as I can. There's also a Buccaneer that's trying to fight me at the same time. We'll take care of the Buccaneer later. Look at that, landing those nice, perfect shots here. Absolutely like that. There you go. Target destroyed again. Very effective, guys. I've never been this effective with fixed guns than this. So that is really, really an improvement. And for some reason, this NPC ships here decides to be stationary. I can't even target it for some reason. I don't know why. So we're just going to randomly destroy it like this. Looks like that's another server issue here, which is probably going to be reported in the issue council after this video is online. So just having a little bit of fun here, dismantling this ship. There we go, target destroyed as well. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So this was my test here for the fixed guns in Star Citizen 3.10. Are fixed guns fixed? The answer, in my opinion, is yes. I am really enjoying this. It is skill-based, it is rewarding, and I think that in the future I am definitely going to equip all of my ships with fixed weapons. Now I'm saying all of my ships. No, not all of my ships, of course. I'm going to equip all of my ships that can fight, all of my dogfighting ships, with fixed weapons, because I think that auto aim can also have a use. Auto aim can be used, for example, if you are having a bigger ship that is not necessarily good for fighting, like a Constellation or a Freelancer. Alright guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button, as it really helps this channel grow, and I'll see you guys later for more Star Citizen content. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.